George Santos, he was released on a $500,000 bond after he turned himself in. He was charged. He's been federally charged, I believe, with money. He pleads guilty to money laundering, in fact. So why don't you tell us a little bit about that, Mike?
George Santos. How did this guy get to be a congressman? Like, honestly,
you seem to like this guy.
Yeah, he's a character in and of himself. Like, he's got there's a charge that goes back to 2017 that says he was buying puppies fraudulently with bad checks in Pennsylvania, and then he was like, "No, someone stole my checkbook," and then on top of it, he creates this separate firm in 2021 to help finance his personal campaign and make sure that they're buying advertising. So he's going out pursuing donors and telling them that he's going to spend this money on his campaign. And then it turns out this separate company he created ends up taking $74,000 and putting it into a separate account. So George Santos, I don't trust anything this guy says because he just lied through his teeth about everything that he's done.
The puppies thing doesn't really sound like genuine, though. I mean, really? Puppies? Even if you did buy some fraudulently buy puppies, is that really something that you would federally charge someone with? I mean, it doesn't really sound
No, I don't think that's just something that happened to him before. But what the feds are charging for is the fraud with the bank account and the fraud with the business in Florida. And that he used those funds for personal things like credit card payments, car payments, luxury clothes. And he supposedly wasn't a Brazilian drag queen under an assumed name as well in Brazil. So it's like there's just so much mess there. You're like, go. You don't really want to touch it or deal with it. I mean, obviously, he's trying not to show his fancy luxury clothes he bought because he doesn't change from his standard turtleneck and khakis. This guy's getting hit with charges. He already lied about having millions of dollars that he made with his own family firm and then getting paid $750,000 from his family's firm. And, and then he was frauding unemployment while he was running. How much messier can this guy get?
It's interesting, though, because, I mean, obviously, it does sound like there are some real charges here, and it's a bit of a crazy situation. But it seems that the news broke, because the news broke on this on Wednesday. And it seems that this was done to kind of distract the media from the other news that broke on Wednesday, which was the House Oversight Committee holding a press conference and releasing more findings in their investigation into Biden. Because many of the media, they ran with, for example, the New York Times, CNN, they ran with the George Santos story, their main headline on Wednesday. And the House Oversight Committee being way, way down the page below the fold on websites, basically covered up. And like, which would be more important, George Santos laundering money or the president of the United States potentially laundering money? Because essentially that's what the House Oversight Committee is accusing Biden of, pay for play.